So your cedar. So then what's left of that cedar tea, I dump it in my bucket with the water, because I like to put the medicine on the rocks.
Okay.
All right, getting ahead of myself here. To cover the lodge, what I did this time is I covered it with a layer of blankets, okay? One layer of blankets, because you want to seal it off so it's totally dark in there, so that when you shut your flap, your door flap, you can't see anything except for the glowing rocks while they're hot. I covered this lodge with one layer of blankets, dark blankets, thick blankets. And then I went online, because I had been thinking about this. I went online and I ordered some of those blankets that the movers use, those thick, thick quilted blankets.
Yeah.
I forget how many I bought, 10 maybe, 8 or 10. I ordered them, got them in, and man, I tell you, they work great. They work perfect. Because if you don't get something heavy and that keeps the light out, you got to just keep putting layers of blankets on. So I put one layer of blankets on, threw those other heavy blankets on, sealed it, perfect. Then then you cover it with tarps to keep the rain out. Well, it breathes. The tarps aren't so tight on there that they're gonna not let any air in.
Right.
But you also want to keep the heat in. You don't want it too thin to where the heat's escaping either. And in the wintertime, if you sweat in the winter and in the fall, you want your lodge tight so that it holds the heat. Because that's not any fun when you get in a lodge and you can't get it hot and it's 20 degrees out.
Right.
Yeah.
So just play with it. You'll learn how. I have been in some lodges. I went to this one. Actually, it was a couple. This friend of mine used to they had a men's club and they put up a lodge and they asked me to come out and run a sweat for them, and I did. That lodge, man, they had a canvas tarp over it and they had it tied down pretty tight. Boy, I tell you, that was, I think, a little too tight, because you could hardly breathe in there. But I find just the regular, go to Walmart and buy a plastic tarp and put it over, tie it down, and it'll be good to go. Get yourself an antler. Are you guys hunters? Yeah, I don't do much hunting anymore either. Get yourself an antler to use when they bring the rocks in. So one guy will bring the rocks in, and you grab the fork by the handle and you put the rocks into the pit. Then you use your antler to move them around to get them where you want them. And you can hang in the other types of medicine bags or whatever you want in your lodge. You guys are going to do it the Celtic way. Well, put your power in there, your medicine stuff. I have rag rugs and I put them down on here to sit on. Some people do that, some people don't. It's up to you. Wintertime, definitely bring a couple towels and sit on them, because there are lodges around now. My lodge that lodge I had in '79 was the only lodge on the res. Wow. And sweats have taken off again all over Indian country. And it's because there's a movement for sobriety amongst Native people. And we're using the lodge again. All Native peoples had forms of sweat lodges. All Native peoples, including the Iroquois. So the tradition is back. But when I first started doing it, I didn't really get resistance, but small communities, people thought, oh, Dan's got a sweat lodge up, that's not our tradition, that's the Lakota tradition, blah, 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 I don't pay attention. Because I knew the deal. I majored in Native Studies when I was at the unit, minored in Native Studies, and I knew damn well that they were full of shit. So I just did what I wanted to do. Well, took off, man. Pretty soon there were more and more lodges. Now, a lot of men and women are using them now. So, and now those people that were saying that it wasn't our way, now they're all experts on the sweat lodge. Okay, let's go out. when you enter it, you don't have to do it now because it's not really a ceremony. But when you go in and out of a lodge, it's Indian tradition that you say to all my relations. All my relations, because we're all one here. You know, the two-leggeds, the four-leggeds, the ones that crawl, the ones that swim, the winged nation, the upper council. All living things, we're all equal. Man isn't above any of those things. So when you go into the lodge, you get down on all fours like the four-leggeds. You crawl into the lodge because you're humbling yourself before the Creator, you know, and giving Him thanks for allowing you to walk here on Mother Earth. Your stones, the grandfathers we call them. Don't get your stones down by the river because when you heat them up, they'll blow up. If you get them out of the water, they usually blow up, from my experience. You look for the round shaped rocks. You don't want the, what is it, granite, it's gray, you know, that kind of breaks off.
Shale,
yeah. Look for the light colored and dark colored round ones. And heat them up here. If they're going to blow up, they're going to blow up in here. Because once they're heated, you know, they're going to either blow up here. I've had them blow up here. I'd be out here and they'd be blowing up. Zing, zing, that rock would fly, stick right in my lodge. You know? Native Americans, anytime we take something from the earth, we offer tobacco. So when I cut my cedar poles down or my willow poles, I leave tobacco. When I go get my rocks, I leave tobacco. When I cut the cedar boughs, I leave tobacco. It's just our way. So you bring the rocks back, and summertime I usually use 16 to 21 rocks. Wintertime, I use 30, 33. You want them melon shaped. You don't want them too big because they're hard to handle. They roll off the pitchfork. By the way, that's what you use to bring your rocks in, is a pitchfork.
Pitchfork, right?
Get you a nice wide pitchfork. And those rocks.
5-time door fork kind of thing.
Yeah. Buy some slab pine or cut some slab pine. What I try to do is I keep slab pine and hardwood. I use a slab pine. You get your stones back, and you get your slab pine, and you lay it down flat. Okay, that'll be your base. Then you take your rocks. You start with the east direction, if you want to do it Indian style. East direction, one for the east, one for the east, one for the north, one for the west, one for the south. Then you fill in the circle with the other rocks, and then you put them in the middle, and then you pile them up. Well, it's like a little dome, 16, 18 of them. Then you put your kindling on there. I usually go out here and get the dry cedar balls on the ground. I put that all over it. Then I stack that pine slab around it. Pile it up around it, teepee style. That's ready to go. I usually use a little piece of newspaper. Just light it, get it going. When you do light it, then throw the hardwood. Get it going until they're glowing. 2 hours. If you put the wood to it, the hardwood to it, in 2 hours they'll be glowing red. You want them glowing red. And then you keep that fire going.